Hello, 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 everybody, everyone. It's me, Lex, here with Miss Denise Tapscott, aka Sunny. For those of you who know, you know. If
You
you
know,
have
you know.
not already, if you have not already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I post new content and go live. I have done all of the I didn't do every zodiac reading. I did 8, but every sign does have an oracle message in the shorts. So if you do not
Mm.
see your full video, check the shorts section because there's a message in there for you. Real quick, a couple of other announcements. We have our 1 year forecast that are still available right now. The community working for this month is going to be love. We are promoting self love and attracting healthy relationships. Okay,
Mm.
health keyword healthy relationships. All right, all of you have until the 12th to sign up for that. If you have some special situations, just message me and let me know. We can work something out. Um, 10% off for the entire month of February, all services and I'm sorry, all products and all services excluding the recorded services. So no recorded readings for that, but the live readings do get it. All of the links are in the description box below. And if you yourself are a business owner or an author, or you just have a message you would like to share, you feel you want to be on here, you want to be seen, let me know. The website link is in the description. Just fill out the contact form and just in the subject line put in interview. All right, Miss Denise, how have things been going with you?
Going really good, really good.
Doing
Yeah.
good. Hey, Nix.
hmm
So for this book, how long have you just been writing in general?
oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
When I was in high school during the summertime, I would have insomnia. So I used to write little short stories in my journal. So technically, I've been writing way back then, but I
Uh,
didn't start writing professionally until like 2015, 2016, I think.
okay,
Yeah.
that's still a long time.
Yeah.
That's still a long time. And how long has the Gypsy Kisses and Voodoo Wishes been out on the market?
That has been out since I want to say 2018. I'd have to.
2018.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
been out for a minute. Yeah, it's been out for a minute.
got it. Is that your only book that's out, or are you working on something new?
Well, I do have a short story called "The Price of Salvation." And it's like 25 pages, not very long. That is
Okay.
on Amazon. I'm working on the sequel to Gypsy Kisses and Voodoo Wishes. It's called "Enlightening of the Damned."
Ooh.
And it's I'll tell you about it. Uh,
Okay.
and then I'm also working on a collection of short stories about Grandmother Zenobia. It's called The Friends and Foes of Zenobia, and that's going to have 5 or 6 short stories specifically about Grandmother Zenobia in her life.
So out of all of the things that you have worked on and currently worked on, which one would you say is your favorite?
Um, oh, that's a tough one because like I love every single character in every single story.
Hmm.
Right now, I guess I love The Price of Salvation the most because
Oh,
like it has like this really cool twist to it, and I love it. And has like a little message in there. Um, but I also love the characters in Enlightening of the Damned, which I can hardly wait to get out of my head and for everyone to read because it's such a cool story. Yeah.
so when do you think we'll be expecting that to be on the
Um,
market?
I'm trying to figure out how to end the story, which is
Okay.
a silly writer problem, but it's my goal to have it published by the end of the year, if not the beginning of next year for sure. Because it
Okay.
takes a while to actually publish a book correctly. Like I could just upload it tomorrow and be like, here you go. But if you want to
Right.
do it right with all the proper steps, it takes time, including finding
Understand that.
cover and stuff. Yeah.
So as a writer, you do fiction.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. What do you feel makes a good story? Like what if there's like a top 3 like um like if you're making a meal, you have certain dishes. Like what
Mhm.
would be your top three or your main three to make a good story?
Um, Number one, I would say your characters have to be really interesting. They can't just be flat. They have to have like a background. You have to know what they like and what they don't like. I actually write out a whole character description. I know what their favorite color is. I know what their zodiac sign is.
What?
I know what their favorite songs are. I know what their goals are. I know what their strengths and weaknesses are. If you just go, oh, this person over there, the story, you could have a great plot, but if you don't have this amazing character, the story isn't going to be interesting to you.
Makes perfect sense.
Secondly, definitely have like a good plot, like a good storyline. You can paint the picture all you want. That's how I write. Like I love to be very visual, but
Hmm.
if you don't have things moving in the story, then
Hmm.
the reader's going to get bored also. Like, okay, I see that, it's really pretty outside and these roses are beautiful, but if the character's not doing anything or, they're too busy talking to themselves, then it's not going to get your story forward and you're not going to have as many readers, I think,
I understand.
for sure. Um Thirdly, Um, you don't have to be a good writer necessarily, but you have to have a good editor. A lot of people,
Mm.
they have a story they want to tell, but they go, oh, but I don't know how to write. Just get it out of your head, get it on some paper, and then get a good editor to help you with your sentence structure. Don't have
Oh,
bad punctuation and bad grammar because it's also going to take the reader out of the story. You'll be like, what is
that's
this? And
true.
what is that? And you're like,
That's
eh.
true.
And it's just going to some kind of I think it'll kind of subconsciously kind of take you out of the story. So get a good editor to help you get your story in a good visual way, if that makes sense.
I love that. I love that. You don't have to be able to do everything.
You
Just
don't have to be able to do
get it out
everything.
there and find you
There,
someone that can help you with the other.
yes, absolutely,
Perfect.
absolutely. Yeah.
Perfect. Now, what exactly is there an event or a person that inspired this book?
Um, I would say for Gypsy Kisses and Voodoo Wishes, I had an idea about one of the characters and she was still just kind of flat. And
Okay.
one day in my apartment, I heard this couple arguing, and the girlfriend was like really, really sad. And then the guy was kind of like, oh, it's going to be fine. But I couldn't hear all the details of what was going on. And
Uh,
then later, they were having a party, and they're out on the balcony with like a couple of people. And then I heard the same young lady, she was crying. And then all her friends were like, no, 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 no. And she jumped off the balcony and I couldn't see what happened. I couldn't figure out what's going on,
whoa.
and it hurt my heart so bad. And that
Wow.
moment, um, it was like a revelation for my character, grandmother Zenobia, that she's seen so much and she's gone through so much, and she wants to help people, but she can't always, no matter how much she wanted to. So
Mhm.
that helped inspire like a section of Gypsy Kisses and Voodoo Wishes for sure. Yeah.
Speaking of grandmother Zenobia, if you could meet her in real life,
Hmm.
what would you say to her or ask
Um,
her?
Ooh, that's a really good question. First, I would say thank you for her time. Because
Mm.
she's just a very wise person. She's been around for a long time. Um, I would ask her what her advice for happiness would be. What would be
Mm.
her secret to life? That's what I would ask her. I have my own theories, obviously. I'm
Uh-huh.
a very optimistic person, but I would still want to know from her, like, what gets her out of the bed every day, knowing that this woman has been around for like centuries. Yeah.
Oh God. That's I love it. That's a good question just to ask like grandmothers in general
Yeah.
because most of them have been around a long time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's I'm gonna ask my grandmother that tomorrow. Going to ask her that tomorrow.
Oh
Oh
my
my goodness. So I know that you've prepared an excerpt from your book to share with us. Before we do that, is there any other summations or information about either this project or any other projects that you would like to share with us?
Um, I would like to encourage people to follow their dreams. Go for what you want. Don't take no for an answer. And you're gonna hear it like throughout all kinds of creative people, successful ones and not. But just follow your dreams. Find people in your tribe that'll help you with your dreams that have your same beliefs, because
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
things will happen. Doors will open when you least expect them. I wrote Gypsy Kisses and Voodoo Witches because I kept auditioning for stuff and nothing was lining up for me. I
Right.
took a commercial workshop and the director said, bring in a commercial that you'd be cast for. And at the time, the only thing I would be cast for was the Pine Sol cleaning lady or the Popeyes chicken lady. And I was like, so I didn't even go to the class. I was just like, forget it. There's not enough Black women for commercials. But that was a while ago. Things are changed. But
Yeah.
because of that, I was like, I'm writing this book. I have the story in my head. And
Mm-hmm.
now here it is, like
Here it
boom,
is.
Gypsy Kisses and Voodoo Wishes. Like,
Heck yeah.
and you surround yourself with the right people, and they will help you, and you will help them, and it won't be a chore. You'll really enjoy it. It'll bring much joy to your life.
I agree completely. As long as you are doing something you enjoy, it'll never feel like work. And if you
Absolutely.
build a even like my entrepreneurs out there, I get this question all the time in readings. What should I do for my business? Well,
Mm,
what are you naturally good at? What do you just enjoy doing? Because it's not going to blow up overnight and you're going to get
right.
frustrated. You're going to lose money.
Yeah.
You have to do something that you know you're going to continue doing. And I
Yeah.
absolutely stand behind that
Yeah.
100%.
And surround yourself with good people. Like when I was doing my
Yeah.
research, that's how I came across you and a whole host of like spiritual people. And you're a
Yeah.
great friend. I love chatting with you. Yeah. And
I
I wouldn't have been
likewise.
here for this book, right? Yeah.
Likewise.
For sure.
I share my people on here. All
Hmm.
right. And we can find this book on Amazon.
Yes. Amazon, iBooks, barnesandnobles.com. Yeah. Definitely online.
All right. All right. So we are ready, y'all.
All right.
Get your ears open.
So I'm going to read from my short story, The Price of Salvation. This is
Okay.
just a part of it.
And
Um,
this is what's to come, right?
this is actually out now.
It's out now. Okay. Price of
Yeah, The
Salvation.
Price of Salvation, and it's only on Amazon right now.
Next are Martine, if you don't mind, if you would put that in the chat, Gypsy Kisses and Voodoo Wishes, as well as the Price of Salvation
Yeah, yeah. Some people
in
they
the chat.
I tell them like, oh, I'm a writer and have all these stories, and people go, oh, I don't read. Yeah, you do. You're on your phone all the time. So I was like, I'm gonna write this short story. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you don't read, still get The Price of
Still
Salvation.
get
It's gonna
it.
go really quick. It's easy, and you're gonna be like, I promise.
Absolutely. All
All
right.
right. So this story is about a woman named Rhoda Jarrell, and she's really, really sick. She lives in Los Angeles, and her local psychic told her that she needs to go see Grandmother Zenobia in New Orleans. So this is Rhoda sitting across from Grandmother Zenobia, and this is from Rhoda's perspective.
Okay.
If it's too long, just tell me.
Girl, we got time.
All right. Okay. As you saw when I first came in, I'm not well. I haven't been able to eat or drink anything for a while. A psychic back in Los Angeles sent me. Ah, yes, Oceana. She's sweet. She is but eccentric with the crazy hair and the nails, don't you think? Anyway, I did my research. You are a bona fide voodoo high priestess, highly recommended by her and a few others. She nodded as if I was chatting about the weather. She seemed too casual, and I needed her to know I meant business. Before we continue, Zenobia, I'm laying down a few ground rules. First, I ask most of the questions, not you. Second, I expect you to keep my dealings private. If I choose to let people know I was here, it's because I decide, not you. If all goes well, I can make it possible for you to have a line of people waiting outside your door. Third, if you shake a rattle at me and then make a snake burst through an egg, I will walk right out that door and demand my money back. I refuse to pay for parlor tricks. For what it's worth, I like the candles. They're a nice touch. The voodoo woman smiled at herself and continued to shuffle the cards. All three candles close to me flickered. The purple one was undisturbed. Settle down, she said. Excuse me? Is there anything else, Mrs. Jarrell? She asked as she studied my face. No, I guess that's about it, Lady Z. I'm not sure why, but I had a hard time looking at her. How about we start with a general reading from the tarot cards? No, do a 7-card spread. I want details. Sure thing. She set the deck before me. I noticed it was cooler in the room than before. I didn't mind it too much, but if it continued, I'd ask for a window to be cracked open or the AC to be turned down. Shuffle the cards for as long as you like. Clear your thoughts, and when you're ready, create 3 smaller separate stacks. The cards were soft. As I shuffled, I swore I smelled roses. I looked closely at the back of one of the cards to examine the details. It was just paper with little black lines and drawings of red roses. It was a weird trick, but I liked it. The obvious question I wanted to ask was, why is this happening to me? It was always so hard to clear your mind when someone told you to do it. I took stupid yoga classes. At the end, you lie around and focus on breathing. Sink into the earth, the vegan tree hugging yogi said. I only went because it was the latest craze around town. Clear your mind? Yeah, right. I needed to get on with this. I growled and made 3 small stacks. Lady Z, as I decided to call her, collected the cards, then methodically placed a total of 7 cards before me, face up. Each card was revealed, and she studied them and nodded her head. The feisty black candle, the one for negative energies and healing, sputtered and extinguished itself. Are you going to relight that one? No, it's not how it works. I see. All right then, Lady Z, go for it. The first card is a Princess of Swords. Some call it the Page of Swords. This card is reversed. It represents a woman in your life or a feminine energy. She's jealous and represents a difficult lesson you need to learn. The bowling chair I was sitting in wasn't as comfortable as when I first sat down. The second card is the Wheel of Fortune. It represents the universe as it spins its wheel over people's lives. If you pass tests placed before you by God, good things will come to you. So far, I was not enjoying this reading. Lady Z continued to go over the cards. There was a reversed Hanged Man, Death, the Tower, and a Page of Cups reversed. The last card was the reversed Empress. The cards all looked and sounded miserable. He rambled on and on about lessons to be learned, transformation, blah, blah, blah. The reversed Empress represented a blockage of feminine energy, the loss of a loved one, and something about vanity. None of this was new. When Oceana did my reading, she insisted that the reverse Empress card represented my mother. My mother was dead to me, literally and figuratively. Before she died, she begged me to come home to the trailer park and help out with the family. Going back there would never be an option for me. It was her fault that she and the Catholic Church didn't believe in birth control. It was her fault that half of her 13 kids came out retarded. She told me she had the chance once to leave my father. She stayed for my sake. For my sake? I didn't ask her to make that sacrifice for me. She was too stupid to get government assistance. She always said the family was too proud. They had too much honor. Welfare was for colored folk. It was her fault that they were poor white trash and stayed white trash. I was lucky to escape when I did. I realized I was lost in thought while Zenobia went on with my reading. Z, where'd you get that turban? Is it a scarf? I simply must have one like it. It was rude to interrupt someone, but I didn't care. I pretended I was bored, but I was actually scared shitless. I didn't like where this reading was going. She stopped and shook her head. I've had this thing for so long, I honestly don't remember. I noticed it's the same color as your front door and the candle on your left. It's a hard color to get if it's the real deal. Not that you would have real Tyrian purple paint or dye. The dye comes from snails and actually comes from Mrs. Jarrell.
Okay.
Stop you. I put on my best poker face for whatever she was going to say. If this was about my mother, I was running out the door. The overall picture is that you have a communication problem. I have a communication problem? I thought she'd go a different way. I'm a great communicator. Have you read any of my magazines? They're everywhere. I have thousands of fans and followers on social media. Did you see my wedding announcement in the New York Times? It's impossible to get a spot, but we did. Surely this woman has heard of me, even if I haven't heard of her. People loved me. The problem is you talk too much and most of it is deceptive. You manipulate people and their words. Are you calling me a liar? Clearly, she was going on the not list of New Orleans. The voodoo woman mumbled something and collected the tarot cards. The royal blue candle, the one for wisdom and truth, did the same flicker trick as the black one. It sparked a few times and kept shining. Why are you really here? She asked me point blank. I know this was the exact same spread you received from Oceana and a handful of other spiritual people. If you don't want the truth, then say so. We can sit here and be social. You have some time left in your session. A cold chill ran down my spine. There were no open windows. There is no fan. Yet a cold breeze passed right by me. How does she know it's the exact same spread? That information was supposed to be private. The pictures of the cards from the other readings looked different, but she was right. I knew it was the exact same spread. Again, I couldn't escape it. Girlfriend, I'll be honest. I'm here because someone cursed me, and I need to know who did it and why. Why didn't you say so instead of wasting my time? That's easy. Why did I test this woman? If she had the answer I needed, I could be rid of the curse and get back to being me. Maybe I could help her get more business or whatever it is that she wanted. She was back on my to-do list. Rhoda Jarrell, I am the one who cursed you. And that is
what?
That's the righteous salvation. Buy it on Amazon. There's more to the story. Yeah.
Guess I'll be on Amazon tonight. Because I'm like, say, talk about a damn plot twist.
Yes.
Holy crap. Yeah. You had me in that one.
That was
and you cut it off like just like if it was a TV show, like that's in. Catch us again next week. That was awesome. And now I'm sitting here. Yeah, Danielle's like, I wasn't expecting that one at all. I don't think any of us were.
Yes.
That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Those of you who just popping in, that was from Miss Denise's short story, The Price of Salvation. That's what's at the bottom of the screen here. Also, don't forget to pick up your copy of Gypsy Kisses and Voodoo Wishes.
Yes.
More tales of Grandmother Zenobia.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Love it, love it, love it. Well, that's all we have for the night, folks. I do appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in, joining in with us. Go on Amazon, check out Denise. She's also on Facebook and Instagram if you would like to follow her. Mm-hmm. She is a co-star on a podcast. Tell us about that.
I'm one of the hosts for Beef, Wine, and Shenanigans. When I say find your tribe, these guys are my tribe. It is Stephen A. Patton, Mark Abbott, and Kirk A. Johnson. They are Black men, and they are horror writers and comic book nerds, and we chit chat about everything from the weather to politics to your favorite comic. We try to do a podcast. We're going to start up every Sunday again. Beef, Wine, and Shenanigans. Those guys.
What time awesome. On Sundays?
We pre-record them, so
okay.
We sit around like around 6:30 California time, but then Stephen puts them on like around 9 or so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Beef, Wine, and Shenanigans is so much fun. We have the best time, and those guys are great. Yeah, my horror writer guys, they are awesome, and they have awesome books too, for sure.
Have to check those guys out too. But all right. Thank you so much, Denise, for being here and sharing your work with us and your tips and advice for the other writers out there. Listen, hit your girl up. She is the real deal. All right. And for the announcements, just going to recap before we close out. 1-year forecasts are still available. Community love work to attract healthy relationships and to promote self-love for yourself. 10% off site-wide, excluding the recorded services. Okay, so no recorded readings get the 10%, but the live ones do. and so do all of the products in the shop. All of the links are in the description. If you yourself would like to come on the live stream and share your products or your services or your books or whatever it is that you do, hit me up, send a contact form to me on the website, and just put interview in the subject line, guys. And don't forget Tarot After Dark this Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. All right. So until next time, thank you. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hold you, Sunny, you hold on for a
I
second.
will.
Okay.